Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is Sunday, January 8th, 2023. It's 1:07 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. So I'm going to rock through this real quick. It looks like the crypto market's kind of setting up for maybe a good Monday. And I just wanted to make the point today, just kind of throw it out there that there's always a few SATS or a few USDT or a few USDC or a few USD or BUSD, however you're trading to be made. A few ETH SATs to be made. If you're trading against ETH, if you're trading against BNB, you can make SATs there. So always a bit of money to be made. Don't be discouraged, even if Bitcoin's kind of in a downturn right now. It's kind of looking positive, and well, you can always short. So uh, I just a lot of people have had a bit of, that I know have had a bit of discouragement with the market recently, and we're just going to rock through a few things, and I want to show you a couple things to kind of be watching for on Monday. And I'm only going to look at a couple cryptos that I've seen that are setting up for maybe a good Monday, just to show that hey, always money to be made. Just a matter of how hard it is, like how much effort it takes to find those cryptos that are set up right for you, for whether you want long or short. So it is Sunday. The volume right now for Bitcoin explicitly in trading is 2.9 billion. Very, very low. Very, very low volume. That's fine. We kind of expect that on a Sunday. Looking at the crypto universe in squares, you know what? It's not too bad. It's a bit of a mixed day. I kind of thought we'd have a red day today, or maybe a kind of a slow weekend, but volume's been all right, and crypto's been kind of doing stuff. BNB up 2.2%, not bad at all. Ethereum barely in the green, BTC just barely in the red. But let's keep rocking here. Looking at the crypto market just recently, like in the last maybe like 15 minutes, of course, everything's been red for the most part, like the top 10. But right now, recently, Binance turned green, Bybit, OKX. How about who else? Hobie, L Bank, whatever that is. I won't go down all the exchanges because some of them are too obscure. But we're starting to see some green in the market as far as, wow, look at that Bing X, whatever that even is up 40%. Zafe. Anyway, I don't know what those exchanges even are. Just looking at the top 10, let's refresh this. And we just had Binance flip to the green, and OKX flip to the green, and Bybit flip to the green. So it's been low volume this weekend, but not incredibly low volume for spot trading pairs. And now we're starting to see some green. Kind of inspiring. I'm wondering how Monday is going to look. We'll keep rocking through this real quick. Binance derivatives, 14 billion. Kind of really want 20 for a good day, or 25 at least, or more, up 4%. So we're starting to see a little bit of derivative, trading volume is not rock bottom, but it ain't doing that great, but that's fine. Beginning to tick up. I like seeing that. It's somewhat encouraging. Looking at the top 100 cryptos and BTC, of course, Bitcoin coming in at 16,936. I like that. Is it going to challenge 17,000? It's a psychological level. So throw TA out the window for just one moment and just weight that in your mind if you want to. Not financial advice, just saying 17K psychological barrier. If we break it, well, come up, come back down, test it, and keep moving up. Very, very psychological, positive aspect for a start of the week if that happens. And looking at the top 100, LDO is doing great. It's just been doing great all last week. It's up 15% already. It just kind of mooned a little bit. Who else is doing good? Zilliqa is doing really well at 5.8%. So we're starting to see some green in the top 100, and that's it's been one or two that have been green. Cardano has been kind of green all day, up almost 5%. So we're starting to see a little bit of a move here on a Sunday. Interesting. And the way Bitcoin is poised, I like what I'm seeing. So we'll keep rocking through this. In fact, this move in the market is kind of a pain in the ass because it means I have to maybe move some USDT and USDC and Bitcoin and all that over to the exchanges so I can do some trades. I usually don't bother until Monday, but I think we're seeing some good setups right now. So anyway, I shouldn't complain. Hard work, right? Bitcoin longs versus shorts on Binance, 57% long, 42% short. Ethereum, 46% long, 53% short. So short bias for Ethereum, long bias for Bitcoin, but very, very slight bias, okay? As far as Bitcoin, this is a 45-minute chart. Now, I know for a lot of traders, you're like, what, a 45-minute chart? Heck, this is crypto, okay? We think in 15-second increments, all right? That's a long for us. So anyway, but I just wanted to point this out. And we'll look at this in some other time frames real quick here. We're going to get through this real fast because it's Sunday. Everyone's got to walk your dog and things like that. But if you do, I didn't get that right. Sorry about that. Didn't get it right. Let me just do this channel. So 45-minute chart. I'm going to ignore that wick there. I'm going to go right along here. We're just going to go with it. I'm going to be a little bit creative with this channel, okay? So forgive me. But if you do look in this channel, it's a 45-minute channel. We've broken above the 200 and the 314 moving average on the 200 on the 45-minute chart. That's powerful stuff. So you got a low, got lower high. We just made our lower high. I think that's still a lower high, and we're cruising. That may be a lower high here too when it starts to turn back up. So this is the channel. There's a heartbeat. It all fits. It's working. I like it. In fact, where did this bounce actually happen here on the 45-minute chart? If we, I guess I'll have to kind of throw this wick in there for that. And I'll use this wick too. Where'd that come down? Look at that dot five hip level. Perfect bounce. You can see that right back here, the chart definitely has stuck to that the price action. So, boom, lost to 200, went to the 314. That was right on the dot five fib level. Boom, bounced, healthy, back in the middle. Going to probably challenge that heart line again of the channel. If we look at the squeeze indicator, we're definitely on a little bit of a downtrend right now. We're kind of sideways. Directional next is in the green. I like seeing that. ADX is in the right spot. Binary candles are starting to turn towards the positive. Some volume coming in. So let's see what happens. I'm not exactly sure which way it's going to go. Maybe we'll see a bottom of the channel run before it bounces. Maybe a dip. I'm not sure. But I like what I'm seeing. Not a bad 45-minute chart. What I like, and this is just one of my little trading little philosophies here. One of the things that I like to do. The longer on the 45-minute chart we stay above the 200 moving average, when Bitcoin stays above the 200 moving average, even if you kind of get a bounce like here and a bounce here, pretty much if you start counting right about here where we broke above, even though we've had a visit or two below it, that's like 6 days. We've pretty much been above in general the 200 moving average or challenging it or almost, you want to say like two candle bodies or below it here. That really creates a lot of confidence and upward velocity in the alt. That's when you see them really start to explode. So we've been up. If we can stay up next week above the 200 moving average, especially really start pulling away from it on the 45-minute chart, we're going to see alts lose their minds. We got to watch really close because seriously, there's going to be those beautiful 30%, 200%, trades that might happen next week. We just got to be on it and find those before they actually explode, or get in them right before and get our trailing take profits made and our stops, and boom. And I'll do my best to get online early in the morning and throughout the day to if that's happening, to hook people up, say this is what I'm doing, check it out. I'll trade right here in front of you, so you can say, wow, that was great, or you can send me a sympathy card if it doesn't work out. So anyway, 45-minute chart looking great. 4-hour chart. Here's the thing that is exceptionally positive that I really like seeing is this right here. Green enough in the squeeze indicator, ADX and directional next is looking great. Nice, beautiful volume coming in. I'm sorry, binary candles are in the blue or green, I guess you could say. Volume's good enough. I like what I'm seeing. And once again, here you can see this beautiful on the 4-hour chart upwards channel happening. But what is exceptionally blissful and very important is this right here. On the 4-hour chart, we have broken above the 200 moving average, and we're holding that support. Long way stay above that, even more confidence, in my opinion. The crypto peeps will be definitely making those trades. We'll see alts do insane things. And if you're in Bitcoin, in my opinion, you're in a good spot. Kind of sideways right now. I'm not sure if I want to actually hop in right now, but I'm definitely not selling my long that I put in when we first broke the 200 back here, even though it stopped out. Then I got back in anyway. But still, looking at the daily chart, let me clean this up because it's kind of annoying looking. And all I really want to see is the this guy here. I want to see the MACD. Daily MACD is positive. That's wonderful. So once again, a daily MACD in the positive, histogram's going in the right direction. We're probably going to get above the heartbeat, the mid-range of the MACD here pretty soon. I mean, that's a positive MACD rolling into the week. I like what I'm seeing. Also, as we roll into this week, we have gotten above the, I'll take my funny glasses off. We've gotten above the 20 WMA, and the green one here is the 50 moving average. So we actually are above the 50 moving average on the daily. That's not a bad thing. Got a long ways to go to challenge that 200, but we'll take that when it comes, okay? Now, I just wanted to mention, look at that, boom. LDO lost its dang mind. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at that wick. If you had trailing take profit, you'd have been doing so great. So anyway, I just wanted to make a point here of, and kind of the point of this little video today is always money to be made, always SATS, always USDT, always USD something, TC, whatever. But yeah, 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart way back here. It's been moving up. It's challenged the bottom of this channel, looking great. Today it took off. So LDO versus USDT. I mean, if you'd hopped in back here at a logical time and rode it out, maybe you even like had gotten at the bottom of this channel here and had some confidence because the indicators did look good for that correction there. That moved back up. Boom, you'd be doing good. Anyways, just saying, so far, even after this one, the Madrid ribbons never turned red. So you've been staying in if you're looking at that trading methodology. And so there you go. I mean, this is an amazing trade. A lot of things are doing this, and especially if we roll into this week and Bitcoin stays above that 200 moving average, that 45-minute 200 moving average, and especially that 4-hour 200 moving average, if it stays above and continues moving up, we're going to see a lot of alts do this. It's all about getting in. LDO, crap, I wish I was in it, but let's see how it retraces. It worked like crazy. Indicators looking good. It's really not that overextended, even though it's got this huge wick here. Let's let it retrace and see what happens. I bet you it'll make the top of this channel probably its new support. So let's watch that one. It might have a lot more to give us this week. Looking at Mana versus USDT. As you can see, it's been giving a lot back. And, I will totally agree. All right. Yes, we may simply do that again here. I mean, it could just be it could just give it a shot and not make it. But let's break this down here and look at it on the 4-hour chart. We got above the 200. Now it's trying to get above the 300, 314. I prefer the 200 to be above the 314, but that's fine. We're above the 200, getting above that 314. All these indicators look beautiful. Nice big volume coming in. Everything's wonderful. If it breaks above that 314, comes down, challenges it, it very well may continue going. Let's see what happens. It's easy to shoot this trade down. I understand. But things that have given a lot back, eventually are going to bounce somewhere. And this is looking pretty spiffy. Got this beautiful break above the 200 moving average here. Challenged by the 314. Finally got above it. Came down, bounced off the 200 here on the 45, and it's moving up. Indicators are turning back up. It probably will continue. This is a wonderful trade. I mean, you got like lower, we got like a lower high, lower high, lower high, just barely lower high, probably another lower high. Things doing well. Squeeze indicator says good to go. Mana versus USDT. Beautiful trade, if you are a crypto person. As far as entries and exits, I will let y'all decide that. This is a bit of a tough one. I don't like the fact that there's no really, really substantial upwards channel here. I mean, it's a little bit, if I was going to do anything, I would just kind of hop in here. I go like that. I'd put a channel in, and I'd probably, honestly, if I was going to get into this, if I had confidence in it, I'd probably put a stop way down here at the 200 moving average right there, right around .326 or 327. Yeah, 3.327. If it comes down to the 200 on this 45-minute chart and does not bounce, if it doesn't get above it, I mean, if it goes that far, it's either going to bounce or not. So you can see if it does kind of turn around, it's either going to do this again, or it's just going to lose it and give it all back. So anyway, if I hop in this guy, I'll probably put my my stop right down here, And then as far as a trailing take profit or a profit, we'll see. I'd probably just do a small percentage and then put a trailing like 5% or 3%, and then put like a 1 or 2% trailing take profit. Yeah, after that, Anyways, I won't belabor that. It's kind of up to you on that one. This one's a little hard to call. I mean, I could look at previous, support right there. It's kind of breaking above previous support resistance. I mean, I'm not going to get too. Let's just see what happens. If nothing else, you could kind of like put a trailing take profit in. That's right about the top of the channel if you want it. See if it makes it that far. Anyway, you got to watch it. This is kind of a tight one. Fizz BTC, thing's insane. I like this trade because it's broke over the 200 moving average, 45-minute chart. Indicators right now looking pretty darn good. It's up. I love this pattern. I mean, everyone's seen this pattern. Don't we love it? Like this. Well, if I take that and now move it like this, you guys can even see that. Sorry, geez. I just changed my my there you go, bonk. Yeah, I just changed my colors. Uh, but as you can see, there's the pattern, sawtooth pattern, pretty obvious. If you move it, obviously what logically is going to happen next. You know what I mean? We're probably going to come down to the bottom of the channel and then move up. I mean, everyone knows this is the basic stuff, but just in case you don't, boom. So, I'll probably put a buy right about here, right about around let's see, like gosh, 2096 or so, and I'll pick it up there and I'll put a stop right below the bottom of the channel and see if it catches it. That could be a sweet trade. It's against BTC. Nice way to get some BTC sats, In fact, most things today, I'm probably at this point going to wait until a little later till they retrace things that look good, like this OP dot versus BTC. This thing is insane. Yeah, OP versus BTC, that's insane. I mean, just let it retrace and see what you might want to do with it. It's just trending up. I like what I'm seeing in general there. This is a little bit too sparky to really do a good upwards channel. But if I was to do something like that, I could say, probably going to see it come back down, at least with a heartbeat or something. Watch indicators. Right now, it might just keep going. It might actually make the top of this channel its support and keep going. This one's really on fire. So I'm going to give it a little bit more time to see what it's going to do before I'd hop in that. Dash versus BTC. I like Dash. Dash is cool. It's, there's many cryptos out there, and many of them, let's face it, have no purpose. But Dash is actually a pretty cool project. I like trading things that I actually know are real, that actually have some value, that aren't just total, aren't like actual definition of a shit coin. You know what I mean? So anyway, but I'll make money off anything. I don't care. If it's gonna pump, I'll buy it and sell it. So got your low, get your lower high, get your lower high, probably another lower high right here. This thing is doing great. Higher high, well, a high, it blew it here, but we're back to a higher high. Well, yeah, higher high here. So this guy could be getting weak. I'd watch out for this lower high. That could be a sign of things to come. But right now, it's not looking too bad. It's cooling off. Dash versus BTC. I'd wait till the ADX begins to turn up. So I get some blue binary candles. Got some volume coming in. Wait for that squeeze indicator to move. I'm not too sure which way this one's going to go yet. Let's just see. But Dash BTC upwards trend. If I was like really a little bit nutty, there's a good chance I would just buy this. I'd buy LTO. I'd buy Mana. I'd buy oh, sorry about that. I shouldn't say things like that. Actually, I'm just saying all these are uptrending very powerfully. I just would wait till they get to a really sweet spot. Make sure that retraces are going to happen. Like OP right here, OP versus BTC, kind of sloppily drawn channel, but still most likely it's going to make the top of that channel support. And it wouldn't surprise me if who else did that? If LDO actually, gosh, doesn't even retrace to the top of this channel again. Let's see what happens. I wouldn't get into it right now. That's way too extended. But if I was in it, I definitely would maybe be selling some at the moment. Anyway, Dash versus BTC. I'm going to wait to see which way this one goes. I'm not confident. I am confident it's going to keep going up this channel most likely. But, is this the optimum buy yet? I'm going to let that one come to me. SHIB versus USDT. I like mentioning SHIB because, I know way too many people during when SHIB was running up, and kind of shortly after, who bought a bunch and are in the red. So I just mentioned SHIB. You look at a 4-hour chart, SHIB's been giving it back for a long time. If you look at the daily chart, which we could, it's kind of back to where it started. I'm just going to make the argument that it could have found a zero. I know we could still go lower, but just for the sake of, I don't know, whatever, hope, making money, things like that. If we look at SHIB on the 4-hour chart, you got all these beautiful lower highs that have been running, just barely made it. So lower, low, lower high, lower high. So low, lower high, lower high, lower high, Lower high, I like it. We're probably going to see another lower high and a continuation. We've been challenged in the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, but we cannot quite get above it. But when we do break above it and find support, that's going to be very, very interesting. We'll probably find some resistance at 314 then. But we are working up this channel. It's a nice thing. So in a little bit of creativity in this channel, I think maybe you could, maybe almost come down here and draw it like this if you wanted also. Sometimes outliers like this do happen. You could draw it here, you could draw it way up here, however you want to draw it. I mean, it would not. So if we get above the 200 moving average, we have some nice velocity. If we can find support above that, look at the 45-minute chart where we at. Yeah, it's right there, right there. Boom. Are we starting to move? Starting to see some positive squeeze indicator here. Positive directional index binary candles are looking nice and blue there. Seeing a little bit of spurt of well, no, I won't say that volume doesn't really count. Not in this particular situation, but it's beautiful. So SHIB versus USDT, it could definitely turn around, but I like the fact that it's above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart, challenging it on the 4. So if it breaks above it on the 4 and I can find support and start moving up, let's just see what happens. It will have broken, for me in my little trading methodology, which, people listening, this may not be your trading methodology. This is just mine. Look at it in your own way how you trade. But this is definitely a possibility of a continuation. And more than I'm really concerned about getting in this trade, I'm just gonna be honest with you, I'm just hopeful that it actually does. I know I use that word hope, whatever, but I would like to see it break above this 200 moving average here. It's trying, and if it can find support, move up, that would be logical sense. This is looking pretty good. It's a 4-hour chart, and it's given a lot back. If I was to look at SHIB, it's been given a lot back for a long time. So eventually, if we look here at Binance, this is Binance SHIB versus USDT. Look at this 3-day chart. I get it. It definitely, that this run up was just friggin' glorious, and amen. I actually caught a lot of that. I'm happy to say it definitely made my it did me quite well. But let's just I get it. I don't know why I'm explaining myself so much, but just when you live in my little world, you hear incredibly, positive and then constantly negative things. And oftentimes they're backed up with truth. They're backed up with logic. I can't really argue. But sometimes the world is how you see it, my friends. You kind of do create it. Look at that daily. We're back where we started. Could we go lower? You dang right we could. But right now we are at 852 sats. And there's an argument to be made here in this bottom that maybe that is its bottom. Could it be? I think it's possible. So even though it's had fake outs before, it's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad right now, and I'll take it. I do definitely think there's what in the world happened here? Oh, that's that. Anyway, let's just see what happens. Let's just watch this thing's indicators. I think it's looking pretty darn strong. Let's see. This could be a turnaround for SHIB. And if it was, it'd be a great long. If you get in the green, you got a trailing take profit, hang out and be in it. So there you go. That's what I'll say. And sorry if this was a little bit scattered, but I had some kind of a point to make, and maybe I made it or maybe I didn't. Anyway, I am glad you were here, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. There's money to be made every day, regardless of what the market's doing. I tend to focus on longing, but if you're a shorter, you certainly can always short. And then every day, especially as a day to make money. So let's see what happens. We'll see which way S&P and big indexes break on Monday. If they break positive, I would definitely say Bitcoin will probably continue. If a DXY has a red day, Bitcoin will probably continue. Let's see what the market does when it opens, and let's see how Bitcoin and crypto market is, which way it's pushing before that. We'll see. I kind of consider this to be like the first real week after the holidays. So let's see if we're getting back to work and profit. I will do my best to get on and throw out setups, and I'll be making money. I'm going to do what I can to share the trades that I'm doing. So if you're interested, you can make money. As always, do your own research, not financial advice. Trade in whatever trading methodology that you use. I'm just, sharing mine, which greatly comes from blockchain education, the trading methodology, but it's also an amalgam of many different things. So, always use your trading methodology. Make sure it fits in your world, if it's a good trade or not. So with that said, every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, you make a globalist cry, and that's a darn good reason to get out of bed in the morning. So keep stacking sats, keeping those globalists crying, and you take care. I'll see you tomorrow.